What is going on, y'all? GeoFux here, Psych Perspectives. And I'm getting ready to go to work. Mind you, we had a whole snowstorm. They allowed us to work from home one day. Today, we have to go back into work. Now, here's what's about to make you laugh. Keep in mind, with my job, I'm driving into work, and I just want y'all to see this because this is what I'm talking about by, your job don't care about you. No matter how much they try to sit up and give you that BS, they don't. So here's what I'm driving. This is a main road. This is a main road. This is what the main road looks like. So just imagine what people's side streets look like. You typically can do 45 miles through here. I'm doing 20. And again, this is what the main road looks like. Now I'm about to go to another main road. So, just to show you, right? Now keep in mind, I'm driving into work to sit behind a computer screen, which I can do at home, which I did at home yesterday. They let us work from home yesterday. Again, these are the main roads. If the main roads look like this, why would you think? And we basically got a foot of snow yesterday. And they're just like, who cares? Y'all can come into work. This is what the main roads look like. This look better than the road that I just got off of, though. Obviously they put salt down on this one. They didn't put salt down on the other main road. But this is what it looks like. This is what it look like. So anyways, I just wanted y'all to see that. So again, we're constantly always risking our lives for jobs that pay little to nothing. They don't feel like they should have to pay you anything. They don't want to give you any benefits. Yet, risk your life, get into a potential car accident, get stuck, go in a ditch, get in a traffic jam, whatever. Who cares? Bring your butt to work. I'm about to get on the highway, and I want y'all to see what the highway look like too, right? So, and again, I'm literally driving into work to sit behind a computer. That's all. I'm behind a computer and by a phone. That's what I do. It is absolutely crazy. Oh my God, look at this. This is the entrance to the highway. And this is them. Oh yes, y'all can come into work today, report to the office. This is the entrance to the highway. So again, if your main roads aren't plowed, aren't salted, your highway entrances aren't really, they look better than the side streets, obviously, but this is what your highway looks like after coming off of what the main road looks like. And y'all think it's safe for us to be, you can't even see where you going. Like, which lane are you in? They only basically cleared one lane. But bring your butt to work. But at least this look better than the main roads, right? You can tell they put some salt down here. You can put a little pep in your step. But I still wouldn't recommend going over 60, 65. But at least they got one of the lanes cleared, So that's what I'm thankful for. And I'm thankful to the road crew and the road commission, because that's another group of people that, are severely underpaid, underfunded. So it's stuff like that. So anyways, like I was saying, and then a lot of us, you know, you're not paid. You're lucky if you make $15 to $20 an hour. That's a blessing. That's a privilege in the USA, in this society, in this world. Even though your rent is $1,000+ a month, even though groceries gone up 30-40%, rent, mortgages, property taxes, everything has gone up. Gas, food, materials, wood. That's an entrance. Somebody gonna get stuck getting off on that ramp. If you would have just saw what I saw. And again, this is the highway. This is what the highway look like. And they sitting up, yeah, y'all can come in. Y'all can come in to sit behind the computer. Risk your life to sit behind the computer on the road. And then keep in mind, we're risking our life every day because we're living in a global pandemic. On top of the fact that every day it's a risk anyways. But like, you have a global pandemic. They got you spending 40 hours a week somewhere. They're not paying you good. I mean, we barely get $1,000 every 2 weeks. And this is what we got to go through. It's ridiculous. And then, you know, and then let's not even talk about the benefits, child. The benefits. Yes, you have health care insurance, but your deductible is $2,000 and you barely make $2,000 a month. Also, this particular insurance, nobody seems to accept. So, like, we sitting up here, good luck finding a doctor office, a dentist, a primary care physician, a therapist, a counselor. Good luck on finding somebody that accepts the insurance. And then if they don't accept it, you can still go to them, but it's going to be out of network. And the out of network deductible is even more than obviously it's more than the in-network deductible. The out of network deductible, you ready for this? The out-of-network deductible is $4,000. So I have to work 60 days, 2 months, 8 weeks to be able to pay the out-of-network deductible. And that's providing that I'm not spending my money on anything but that, which is not realistic because I have to pay bills. So, you know, oh, and by the way, you also have to pay for your own short-term disability out of your check. So enjoy that as well. You know, it's a hot-ass mess. It's a hot mess. And again, this is what the highway look like. It looks much better than the main roads and obviously the side streets, but this is not something that I would be telling somebody to come into the office for. Like, seriously. But this is the type of mess that we deal with. And this is another reason why I say, always have your eyes on the prize. Always have your resume, your cover letters, you know, be applying for jobs even when you have a job. Be looking for jobs even when you have a job. You feel me? Have multiple streams of revenue, multiple streams of income. You know, always be, like I said, have your eye on the prize. This is the highway, okay? So if that's what the highway looks like, and you saw what the main roads look like, no telling what the side streets look like. But again, oh, and that's an off, you know, that's an exit. That's what an exit ramp looks like. So that's not even like, you know. But I'm from Michigan. I live in Michigan, born and raised, lived here my whole life, outside of 3 years when I was in Seattle, Washington. And I'm used to this. You know, this has been our lives for a very long time. You know, they don't care, you come to work. And then get this, I'm only about 15 to 20 minutes away from my job. So for me, that's a blessing because I used to have to drive an hour plus, and I used to have to drive 45 minutes. So these rides would turn into me having to, if I had to be at work at 11, I would leave at 9 o'clock because it could well take 2 hours to get back and forth between traffic and bad weather. So now I just leave, 20 minutes early, give myself an additional 40 minutes to get to work. And again, these are the off ramps. This is the exit. Oh, and this is this is basically downtown. This is downtown area, and these are main roads getting off the highway. And again, bring your ass to work. We don't care. And again, I respect the road commission crew, because again, everybody was complaining, well, they need to hurry up and they need to get these roads and blah, 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 blah. Keep in mind, we have a labor shortage, y'all. And as usual, there's always some type of accident. Always some type of accident. And this is, and look, this is also with the driveway, y'all gotta come into work. This what this look like too. This is the type of mess that we gotta deal with. Anyways, tired. And I'm speaking for a lot of people right now. A lot of us are tired. The American worker is tired. And not just the American worker, the global worker, regardless of your country, regardless of the continent, regardless of the location. People are tired. Again, it's just at what point, it's for me, again, I'm tired. This is ridiculous. This is not what life should be about. And that's just this is just one of the many episodes. I've experienced this so many times. I've been working since 2009. So you think about that. I've been working since I was 16, and I'm about to be 30 this year. So I've experienced this over 10 years, y'all. So anyways, you gotta work. You gotta pay your bills. You gotta pay to live. You gotta pay to die too. Hell, there's a death tax. They gonna tax, charge, even when you're dead. Because we live in a capitalist system. And in my humble opinion, and in my experience, my lived experience, capitalism is slavery with a C.